The IB curriculum that we have adopted is very well rounded in truly grooming high schoolers towards achieving their aspirations in the future.
Hey, hi, welcome to ListLate, your very own school search engine that helps you find the best schools for your kid based on various filters and parameters. Here, today we have Shreyas Kapil, who's a student at the Trio World Academy, which is in Sahakar Nagar in Bangalore. Let's speak to him and understand more about the school and his experiences with it. To begin with, what's so good about the school? What do you like about your school?
There are several things that I like about my school. I think, firstly, it's the approachable faculty and the community of eager learners. I feel it's a very holistic environment to foster talent, and it truly encourages becoming the best version of yourself. In addition, I think the IB curriculum that we have adopted is very well rounded in truly grooming high schoolers towards achieving their aspirations in the future.
Great. So, can you tell us some experiences of yours where your teachers or your mentors fostered your talent and gave that personal approach to what you're interested in?
One such experience I would like to share is the recent Trios Got Talent, which is sort of a form of talent show. So I play the piano as a hobby, but it's often hard to keep in touch with your extracurricular activities when you're so preoccupied with the rigorous curriculums, of course. But our music teacher at school, Mr. Subin, he always encourages me to take up this hobby to the next level, as well as with the support of my parents. They encouraged me to take out time and play for the Trios Got Talent. He gave me feedback upon my performances. And essentially, the faculty here truly encourages you to do your best, not only on an academic level, but also on an extracurricular front, making you truly the best version of yourself that you can be.
Great. So, what's your day at Trio like? Usually, what time do you start the day and when will you end it?
I live relatively close by, around 15 minutes away from the school. So I sort of leave my house at 7:45, be there around 8. We have a short introductory session where we're sort of informed about any special events of the day and the general flow of the classes. Then preceding that, we have blocks of classes that take place. So we have 2 classes followed by a short break, then 3 classes followed by our lunch break. This sort of structure where our classes are sort of the monotony of the classes is broken by the breaks is very beneficial for the students to retain their focus, as of course a short break between the lessons helps you recollect the concepts that you've learned and sort of keep your mind away from your studies for a bit and sort of focus on your hobbies. So within that break, we choose to play football, talk to our friends. I personally sometimes go to the studio to play the piano. I think the structure of the day is excellent balance between both learning and engaging with your extracurriculars.
It's fantastic. And how's the food in the school?
I think the food covers quite a diverse palette. There are both vegetarian and non-vegetarian options to choose from. So me being a fan of someone who likes varied cuisines, I can choose from Indian, continental, etc. And I think the school has done a great balance of the variety while still keeping good quality and catering towards all the students.
Got it. And can you tell us about which standard are you studying and what sort of subjects did you choose in your higher grades?
So right now, I'm in grade 11. I am in the DP1 of the IB program. My future aspiration is to sort of become an engineer. I love fostering my ideas into reality using mathematical and scientific principles. So my subjects sort of correspond with this future aspiration. I have taken mathematics AAHL, which is the higher band of math. I've taken physics at the higher level. In addition, I have taken chemistry as a supplementary course. But another subject that I would like to highlight that I take is business management at the higher level. I feel like in the future, the subject is essential to take up more leadership-based entrepreneurial roles in a corporation. So I think this dynamic between both my science subjects and business management works really well. The final subjects that I take are French as a second language, as I aspire to go in a francophone country, and of course English to make sure my language skills are on point and I can communicate my ideas effectively.
That's great. And did you ever have any confusion while selecting this subject? Did you get any mentorship or advice from your teachers or people from the school while choosing these subjects?
Is with any high schooler, you have such a wide array of options to choose from, right? The world is your oyster, effectively. So I debated back and forth between my subjects because narrowing down everything you have learned to just six is a lot easier said than done. So, of course, the period leading up to the IBDP, we were given regular guidance and mentorship by our DP coordinator, Mr. Moinuddin, and he sort of had multiple meetings with us, inquired about our interests. Our parents were invited to the school for an orientation. Essentially, the school was very supportive in giving us the necessary information to making an educated choice. And having having being about halfway through my DP1, I can firmly say that I do not regret my choices at all. I feel like I have chosen the right subjects for my personal interests.
Got it. And at a macro level, what do you think the school can do better?
Okay, so this is sort of an ambitious take, but I think if there was one change I would like to make, it would be sort of including small courses that teach high schoolers about essential skills. This could include financial management. This could include cooking, because as a high schooler who's soon to leave their parents, living on their own is very overwhelming, right? Essential life skills like cooking. These are things you should be able to pick up. But unfortunately, as we're burdened with work, we don't really get as much time to sort of expose ourselves to the real world. So maybe include like small, short courses on how we can actually prep for university and how we can prep living alone.
That's interesting. And we've also heard about the Trio Scholarship Program. So can you tell us more about that and what got you to get selected in Trio Scholarship Program?
The Trial Scholarship Program for this class is based on the results of our 10th grade academics, as well as looking at our overall portfolio in terms of our consistency and our engagement in extracurriculars. I feel what made me stand out from the rest of the candidates was firstly, of course, my consistency in academics. I achieved a grade of 7 A stars and 2 A's in my 9 subjects, which happened to be one of the highest. In addition, but it's not only academic consistency that gets you this far. You must be able to engage with extracurriculars and build a well-rounded portfolio. I feel I have done this through my activities such as piano, playing esports at the national level, as well as being a part of the football team. So I feel striking a balance between your extracurriculars as well as your academics are both equally important skills that you should pick up to sort of maximize your time in school.
Got it. And how happy are your parents for achieving this feat?
Of course, all of us were very pleased, and me especially, my parents too. I think this scholarship is an important milestone in my academic journey, and it truly gives me and my parents incentive to sort of continue my efforts in the IPDP program and continue giving commitment towards my education. I think this was an important step forward for me.
Great. And you already said you want to become an engineer sometime in future, but what's your immediate goal probably in the next 1 2 years? What are your plans for it?
The next 1 2 years, I want to focus on my academics in the IBDP. Getting high scores in mathematical and scientific subjects is a must for a well-rounded, for a adequate college application for such courses. But in addition to this, I also want to take up external courses to sort of challenge my mathematical and scientific skills, to sort of have an adequate understanding of the courses that I aspire to take in the future.
Got it. And the general perception is IBDP or these programs are very hectic and it puts a lot of pressure on the student and it is not meant for those people who are not so great with their learning abilities. So what's your take on it? Can a student with average IQ still manage to do good with the syllabus?
The IBDP program is for sure hectic. You have to manage your extracurriculars with your CAS. You have to write essentially a graduate level research in the form of internal assessments and extended essays. And with that, you have your rigorous, of course, exceptionally hard classes. But I feel like this holistic program is essential for a lot of high school students. I feel like once you've tackled the IB, you can sort of tackle anything in life. If you manage if you manage to acquire exceptional time management skills and truly prioritize between what is best for you, I feel like these skills that the IBDP inculcates are skills that will be useful for your entire lifetime. So I would say even individuals that may feel a little bit daunted by the challenge, I would say take up that challenge. In the long run, it will really, really benefit you. You will push yourself to the limits, and then university and beyond will feel much more doable. You will be more prepared to tackle the real world. So I would say the IBDP is a very positive program to engage in.
That's interesting. And before we conclude, what sort of colleges are you looking for after your
I have not fully decided, of course, being in TP1, but I would like to target a wide array of universities. I would like to still apply in India. I would like to apply in various countries in Europe. As I mentioned, I take the French language. So, of course, Francophone countries are more appealing to me. But yeah, I think Europe and countries in Asia, these are the main places I'm looking at. But to give you the specifics, I have not narrowed down exactly, but I will figure things out as I continue on in the IBTP program and continue to write my university applications.
That's great. And thank you so much for joining us, Shreyas Kapil.
For the opportunity.